Hello Kitty Queens and Kitty Beauty Tees. I'm back at y'all with another video, and today I'm going to be showing y'all how I created this soft glam beat. I don't do a lot of these on my channel, which is why I decided to do it this time. So I'm starting this tutorial off by cleaning my client's face. Now that her face is clean, I'm going to start on her eyebrows. As y'all can see, she already has like cleaned up and nicely arched eyebrows, so I'm just going to outline the natural shape and follow the normal routine that I normally do for my clients. I just like to outline the brows naturally, and then I extend the front of them to reach the bridge of the nose. And to outline and fill in her eyebrows, I'm using my Nicka K eyebrow pencil, and this one is in the shade black. If you have the color dark brown or black brown, I recommend you use that, but I don't, so I'm just using black. But I'm making sure I'm as light-handed as possible so that it doesn't come off too dark. When I'm doing my client's eyebrows, I like to outline both of the brows first before filling them in. So as you can see, I finished up on one side, and now I'm just proceeding to do the other side. You really don't have to follow this routine exact because we're going to end up cleaning the eyebrows up with concealer anyways, but it's just an extra step that I like to do. Now I'm taking my LA Colors dark brown eyebrow pencil, and I'm using this to fill in her brows. This is not too far of a shade from the black shade that we just used, but it is a little lighter, which is why I decided to go in with it instead of the black. And I'm also going to make sure I brush through the brows as I go, just so everything could appear as soft and blended as possible. To clean up her eyebrows, I'm going to be using my Nicka K concealers in the shades 01 and 07. First, I'm going in with the shade 01, and I'm using this to clean up underneath her arch. Only took that concealer halfway underneath her eyebrows, and I like to focus it underneath the arch just so it could be nice and highlighted. Now I'm finishing up with the shade 07, and I'm going to be using this for the remainder of the way on the top and the bottom of her eyebrows. Now that the bottom is all cleaned up, I'm going to go ahead and buff out these concealers, and then I'm just going to proceed to cleaning up the top. When cleaning up the top of the brows, I like to take my brush and make horizontal strokes, and I never go all the way through. I like to do it in sections just to make sure the top is as lined up and crisp as possible. And once I've made my way to the side, I like to make my brush go down vertically, so I do vertical strokes. I hope this makes sense, y'all. Somebody told me that they were looking for a more detailed video of how I do eyebrows, and this is as detailed as it's gonna get, my love. But that's it, that's all. As you can see, we have one nice clean eyebrow. So now I'm just going in and I'm blending out the concealer, and I'm just gonna let y'all watch how I clean up the other side. Now that the brows are nice and clean and blended, I'm taking my Dermablend translucent powder and I'm just pressing this at the front to lighten them up. Now we're moving on to eyeshadow. So I'm taking my P. Louise eyeshadow base, this in the shade Rumor Number 1. As you can see, I applied it all over her lids, and now I'm just blending out this product. And you can take your time with this product because it doesn't really dry fast. So I kind of like it, but then I kind of don't, because it doesn't really have a matte finish either. But for the purpose of this look, it's perfect. Okay, it does exactly what you need it to do. To start this look off, I'm taking my Juvia's Place Sahara 2 palette, and I'm going to be dipping into the shade Taza, and I'm using this as a transition because this is just a pretty color, y'all. Like, this is the most beautiful transition shade I've seen in a minute. But I'm just packing this on the outer edge of her eye, and I'm just going to start blending it up towards the front of her eyebrows. And this is a Morphe E27 brush. Now I'm taking my Technic Heat palette and I'm going in with that warm brown shade, and I'm going to be applying it in her crease using this dense eyeshadow brush, and then I'm going to go over it with the blending brush to make sure it's well blended with the first shade that we used, and then I'm going to be going back in with that dense eyeshadow brush just to make sure the color is well built up. Now I'm going to be going in with my e.l.f. Camo Concealer, and this is in the shade Fair Rose, and it's the matte one, and I applied this on her lids, and now I'm just going in and I'm buffing the product out. You want to make sure if you're working with this that you work one eye at a time, because I tell y'all all the time that it dries very quickly. But since this is a no-cut crease look, it doesn't really have to be neat, it just has to be blended, so make sure you take your time with blending it out. As you can see, I'm going back in with my blending brush just to make sure the edges are nice and faded. Once I've blended out the edges, I'm going to go ahead and set her lids using this matte white eyeshadow, and that'll just be the finished look for the eyeshadow, y'all. This look is so simple, easy, and effortless to do. It should take you no longer than 45 minutes to an hour to complete, and it's just a bomb look. This is my most requested look from all of my clients. They just love this look, so I hope y'all get it down because it's very easy to do. Now I'm taking my Wet n Wild black liquid liner, and I'm going to be using this to line her eyes. We're just doing a nice little thin line, y'all. Nothing too dramatic at all. You really can skip this step, but I just like to do it so my lashes will blend better when it comes time to apply them. Now that the liner has been drawn on, I'm taking some black eyeshadow and I'm using it to fade out the end. I'm going in with some more of that dark brown eyeshadow from the Technic palette and I'm using it to fade out the black. So I'm moving on to the face. First things first, I'm going to be moisturizing her face using my Pond's moisturizer. And I like to just take a generous amount of this and apply it all over my client's face, y'all. I like for their skin to be as hydrated as possible. And once I have it all lathered on, I'm going to be going in with my Real Technique sponge and I'm going to use it to press it into her skin. So the client that I have for this video has dry skin, so the primer that I like to use for dry skin is the e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer, and it is matte but it creates a smooth finish, and it's not too dry at all, especially when you use it on top of moisturizer. So I'm just applying this to her face using my sponge and I'm just going to really press it into her skin. For her foundations, I'm going in with my Maybelline 30 Hour Super Stay Foundation and my Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. First, I'm taking the Fit Me Foundation and it's in the shade Spicy Brown. And I'm just applying this to the lower portions of her face. And once I have it all applied, I'm going to be going in with the Maybelline 30 Hour Foundation and I'm just applying it to the inner portions of her face. This foundation right here is very drying, so you want to make sure you have some type of moisture when using it. Now I'm going in with my foundation brush and I'm just using it to press these two foundations into her skin. To highlight her face, I'm going in with my e.l.f. Hydrating Concealers in the shades Medium Peach and Medium Beige. And I just mixed them together on my foundation palette. And I mixed more of Medium Beige than I did Medium Peach because I wanted it to be pretty bright. And now I'm just applying it to her face. Blend out the concealer. I'm going to be going in with the same brush that I used to blend out her foundation, and I'm just tapping everything in place. I'm going to let the concealer sit under her eyes a little longer, and I'm just going to start contouring. So to contour her face, I'm using my Juvia's Place foundation stick, and it's in the shade Sokoto. And now I'm just going ahead and blending it out using the same brush that I use to blend out her foundation and her highlight. I like for my clients' contour to be extra blended, y'all. I really don't even like to leave any type of defined lines. I like to blend everything out until it's like a bronzer and not really a contour, just because I love a nice seamless blend, okay? I love everything to be as blended as possible. So now I'm just going to go in and sculpt out her nose. So to contour her nose, I'm using the same Juvia's Place foundation stick that I used on her face, but I'm just going in with a small eyeshadow brush just to get it as precise as possible. I'm going in with my Real Technique sponge, and I'm using it to blend out the concealer under her eyes. To set the concealer in place, I'm going in with my Fit Me Press powder, and it's in the shade Pure Beige. And I'm just taking this on my sponge and pressing it into her skin. Going on top of that Fit Me Press powder with my Dermablend translucent powder, and I'm just using it to further mattify everything. This is just the extra step that I like to take to ensure that that makeup will last all day, okay? Y'all can skip this step if you want to, but I don't. To set the contoured areas of her face, I'm going in with my Fit Me Press powder in the shade Mocha. As y'all can see, I hit pan on that powder because it's just like my go-to shade. But as y'all can see, I'm just pressing that powder into her face. Going back in with the shade Taza from the Juvia's Place Saharan palette, and I'm using it as a blush, and I kind of went a little overboard with it, y'all, just because it was such a pretty shade. But I'm gonna fix it, queen, okay? Don't worry, I'm gonna fix it. After I went in with that, I'm gonna be going back over it with my foundation brush just to blend everything out, and then we're gonna be working on her under eyes. So I'm taking some black gel liner on a Q-tip, and I'm using this to line her waterline, and I only took it about 3/4 of the way because she has very sensitive eyes, y'all. I gotta work fast. Now I'm going in with a warm brown eyeshadow, and I'm just applying this to her lower lash line. now I'm just going to take that foundation brush and use it to press in any powder that I have resting on her face. Once that's finished, I'm gonna go ahead and spray her face down with some setting spray, honey. I like to drown my clients. I make sure I cover up her eyes because she has matte eyeshadow and my setting spray does have oil in it. And now I'm just fanning her face using whatever I can find because for some reason I've misplaced my fan. And then I'm gonna be going in with these Eye Glance lashes. One of my queens sent this to me, and this is the style Conceited, and I cut them to fit her eyes off camera. Now I'm just applying them to her eyes. Y'all, these were long, okay? I feel like these are longer than a 25, but this client in particular loves long lashes. Like, the longer she can get them, she love it, okay? And if she like it, I love it. At first I was just like, girl, this is too long, but they started growing on me. They were real cute. So if y'all are interested in purchasing these lashes, the link will be in the description box down below and the contact information you need. So now I'm just gonna have her open her eyes to see what they looking like, and as y'all can see, they long, baby, okay? They long, period. But they cute though, they cute. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and highlight her face. So to highlight her, I'm just using a champagne colored eyeshadow, and it's much easier to find the highlighted points of her face after you've sprayed the face with setting spray. So I recommend all of y'all do that first. Last but not least, it's time to do these lips, child. Okay, we almost done. So I'm taking my J Cat's lip liner. This is the darkest brown shade that they have. You can find it at your local beauty supply store. And I'm just outlining her lips with this. Y'all already know I'm doing an ombre nude lip. Like, that is the go-to. So I'm going to outline her lips first, and then I'm going to go back in and fill in the edges. For the center of her lips, I mixed together one of my liquid lipsticks with another lip gloss, but unfortunately the liquid lipstick has been discontinued, so I just didn't show it on camera. So yeah, I'm just focusing that in the center of her lips, and I'm gonna have her pat her lips together so it can help me blend the concoction into the liner. And then I'm going to have her pat her lips together again and take whatever excess of the concoction is left on a disposable lip wand and just apply it directly on top of the liner. Once I'm finished doing her lips, y'all, that'll be the finished look for this video, and we'll be getting into the grand reveal. So I'm just going to shut up and let y'all watch. Ready to see?
Mm-hmm. Oh. You know this is my look. These lashes is cute.
I knew you was gonna do that. Oh my goodness.
Oh. I love this makeup.
Period. Okay, queens, it's the end of this tutorial. As y'all can see by her reaction, this video was another success. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, okay? Be a part of the gang. My Instagram will be linked down in the description box below. And that's all. Make sure you turn on your post notifications so you can catch me in my next one. Bye-bye, queens.